Hi, my name is Mona Chibuso, and today we are going to be talking about funerals and burials in Igbo land. So let's start from funerals and burials. What are they? Ini mmadu na ịkwa mmadu is funeral. Ini mmadu is burial. So in Igbo land, you have an option to say, I don't want to take my person to the mortuary. I want to bury them immediately. Nobody's stopping you. You can do the burial. But then you must have to call people from your kindred. A relative must be there. Like somebody from your kindred must be there. Somebody from your maternal home must be there. Let's say you lost a parent. Let's say you lost your mother. You must call somebody from her maternal home, somebody from your maternal home, which is your mother's place, and somebody from where she got married, your father's place. And there, they are supposed to get a representative, like to come see that their late sister, mother, whatever. And then they are going to come there, check and see, oh, she's really dead. And in some cases, they are going to ask, what killed her? How did she die? She was healthy the last time we spoke. We are going to see. Let's see. They can examine her before you deposit her into the mortuary. If you don't do that, if they decide to cause a problem tomorrow, you caused it, you brought it on yourself. They are supposed to check on their sister, their daughter or whatever, to know why she actually died. Now, and if you don't want to deposit them into the mortuary after they are done seeing, you could tell, oh, we want to bury immediately, we don't have money for a funeral, we can't afford a funeral right now, or something. That is the reason. Even if let's say maybe when they were alive they didn't want a funeral because it's a waste of money or something like that, you could bury it. Nobody will stop you. They will help you arrange the funeral, the burial immediately. Pick how where you want them buried, get the able young people, dig the grave, boom, the person is buried. It's that simple. But then when you decide you want a funeral, of course you have to pay for some things. But now people always see this as extortion, but they are not. Now let me tell you, it's not right for you as an Igbo person to pay to get people to dig the grave. You have your own money, you have your kindred. The person that died is also their person, their own relative. They are not supposed to be paid to dig the grave. So as long as you usually come back when other people die, as long as you're usually present when something happens to a relative, as long as your parents are usually there, some people would never go home when they lose a relative. Your uncle could die, you don't care. Your cousin could die, you don't care. An aunt could die, you don't care. Another relative, you say they are distant, they are not important to you, you don't care. You hardly go. Oh, your parents are traveling, that at least somebody is representing your family, so you don't go for anything. When your parents die, out of the goodness of their hearts, your kindred people will be like, oh, at least the parents do come back. We have to do this. We are not doing it for the child, we are doing it for the parents. They would help and get things sorted. But if your parents don't even travel, you yourself, you don't travel, when your parents die, my dear, you're going to go outside with that shame. You're going to go outside and pay strangers to come and dig grave in your father's compound. That's a shameful thing, because this is something that could be done for free. If you think, oh, because you don't care about your relatives, so to save themselves from shame that they are not supposed to have, they're going to come and dig grave for you. You are a joke. You are a joke, a real joke. Because nobody would do that. If you think you can disappear when it's other people's turn, when it's your turn, trust me, they're not going to disappear. They will be there looking at you like, you think you're smart, right? And they are in their rights. They don't owe you anything. They don't owe you anything. So as long as you are present, then you know that it's your woman's job to, all you need to do, you and your family to do is, oh, pick this side, oh, this is where we want him buried, this is where we want her buried. And they will look for able bodied men or people that can dig, that are ready, and they will dig. All you need to do, um provide them, because as they are digging, they are talking, they are having a meeting. That's how it happens. People from your maternal home and your kindred people They are talking, having a conversation about the funeral, how it's going to go, and every other thing, as they are digging the grave for the burial, for the funeral or burial. Which one? That's how it's done. You're not supposed to pay. But look at you, because you're never present. And now, when people are telling you, oh, you want me to help you dig a grave, then you have to pay. That's because you are hardly aware. You are hardly. No one see you. Nobody. In fact, you are not even a member of the family. They are just trying to believe that you are one of them. That's why they are going to ask you for money. Nobody is going to ask you for money if you're always present when it's other people's turn. So, my dear, try and be going home. Try and be getting close. Try and relate with your relatives. You're not a celebrity. Nobody's going to help you just because you came back. You came back. Me, I came back too. So nobody's going to help you and dig a grave for free. Okay, you managed to know the way to your place, to your hometown. Do you even know the place, like the way to your maternal home? Of course, some of you don't. And now, when your mother dies, you just want to call your uncles over the phone. Yes, we have fixed the funeral. It's tomorrow. Are you coming? It's next week. Yes, they gave us 27. The church gave us 27th of June. Good. Odogu. Now it's time for funeral. And you want to just carry their sister and bury like that. Of course, you're supposed to take her to the compound. Her father's family first. Yes. As a married woman, as a married Igbo woman, you're supposed to take her to her father's family first for the last time. To see her people for the last time before you bury her. But before that, there are other things people don't know. Before that, could be 2 days before the funeral, or you can use a day to do that. As long as it's before the funeral, before you are going to bring her for the last time, you're going to officially go there with your omona and tell them, oh, your sister, my mom is sick. You people need to go and visit her. And then, just because of tradition, they have to walk. You have to walk away and come back another time. Just it could be in the next minute. This is just trying to, you know, that's the tradition. You have to walk out, come back and tell them, oh, and start crying and tell them, oh, my mom, your sister, she's dead. She died because of that sickness. You don't just come and bring a corpse and tell them, oh, your sister is dead. Her burial is today. So we want to show you people her corpse before we go. They will seize it. They will seize their sister's corpse. See, you tell them what happened, how it happened, everything. It's not when you see them doing that, don't call them crazy. Oh, they want another money. They want to extort. No, it's the tradition. They're supposed to know that their daughter was sick. This is one of the reasons you can't bully a married woman, a married woman, kill her, beat her up, because you can't hide it. Let's say she was hiding and protecting you because of the children while she was alive. While she's dead, they have to see her corpse before you put her in a mortuary. After that, even before the burial, they want to make sure that their sister was not maltreated, she was not beaten, she wasn't killed, because you can cover. They wouldn't know. Why would they trust you? They don't live with you. So now, yeah, let's say your father is not even alive. Your father died long, long ago. You, the son, you are doing that. Of course, they will still do the same. They don't care. It's their sister. They know her before they know you. They know her. Without her, there wouldn't be you. It's she that they know, not you. You are just a grandchild. She is their sister, their daughter. You're just a grandchild. So, of course, they are going to query you. They are not trying to extort you. They just want to know that their daughter, their sister, died a peaceful death. She died during her time. Nobody killed her. That's why they do it. Nobody's trying to take money from you. They're not the most richest human being on earth. Why would you think they want to take money from you? Everything seems like extortion to you people, because you people know nothing. This is just for them to protect us. Even as a man, if a man dies, you are taking him to the maternal home. They'll still decide to know what killed him. They want to be sure this person died a peaceful death. Let's say the homeowner would cover it up. The maternal home people will never cover it up. They would never cover it up. They must decide to know what really happened. That's another way to keep us safe. That's why you can hardly kill you can't. If you kill somebody, they will check the body and they will find out, and case another case, so you answer for the crime you committed. So that's that. And then another one is people saying, oh, our Umuna is asking us to pay, the women is asking us to pay. The only thing they're asking you to pay are the things your parents are owing. Yes, you pay dues. When somebody dies or somebody's child is having a wedding, they pay some amount. And that amount is the money that they used to buy fufu, akpu, nakpu, £2 for the visitors. They buy it, they pound it, and prepare it, get it ready for the family. In some towns where there are no boreholes or stuff like that, they submit water, they submit firewood for the cooking and for everything. Now when you pay these dues for when it's for funeral, most of the time they put it in an envelope and give to the family for condolence visit and all those stuff to help the family out. Now when it's other people's turn, your parents are supposed to pay. Now when they don't pay, let's say they were sick or they were not around and they come back, let's say during Christmas, they want to pay up. If they don't pay up, when they die, before the others will be encouraged to pay their dues, they want to make sure that your parents were not owing. So they're not using that money to do what? What are they going to use that money to do? How much is it? So the money is still to help the family of the person that died. They could put it in an envelope, they could use it to cook. When you can't hire caterers, these same women are going to be there to cook free of charge when you can't afford caterers. So where is the extortion story coming from? Oh, from Nollywood movies. Yeah, I think Nollywood goes this way and Igbo tradition this way. They are usually away from the actual culture. They just want something that could sell their story. Please try and be going home. Try and visit your elders. If your grandmother is still alive, try to go home. Next long vacation, don't go to Dubai. Go to your hometown, go and see your grandmother, learn from them, know what is going on. Me, my parents, they go home. When somebody dies, they travel home. When in fact, we just came back home from just last weekend. We came back home from my hometown, and I know how much they had to pay, even for my sister-in-laws that are not around, and even for cousins that are not even around and their wife, they have to pay their own dues. If you don't pay these things when it's your turn, your family go tire. You'll be looking for people to help you run errands. You'll be willing to pay other people to run errands for you, something that your family would do free of charge. But some of you want to neglect your relative, your own money. It doesn't matter. This tradition is whatever. What can you run all that errands alone? Trust me, your own now will just sit down and be drinking their beer and not mind you. If you don't need them. Good. When somebody dies in your time, please don't expect them to do anything for you. Don't. You people just act like, oh, you don't care, they are not useful to you. But the funeral happens, you want them to do something for free because you saw them doing it for free somewhere else. It doesn't work that way. You have to be involved to get that kind of help. It's their thing. They're going to do it for free. But if you're not involved, if you're not coming back home for anything, you don't know anybody. When somebody died, the only thing they can do, because they know your father, they are going to come. Oh, you are his son. Oh, sorry for your loss. So he was a good friend, he was a good brother, and they walk away. They don't owe you anything. You are going to use that your money to pay those your friends to come back come to your place a day or 2 days early to come and do that funeral for you. They are not going to do anything. That they don't owe you anything. So stop going around saying, oh, they are extorting me, everything is about money here, they just want the money. Who are you? Elon Musk calm your tears down. You were the person initially that thought you don't need your family, you don't need your relative. They are so useless to you. Why do you want them to come and help you wash plates? You see those 300 plates that you hired? Wash it by yourself, you and your siblings. Wash it. Why do you need their help? Yeah, you are so close with people from your maternal home. They are going to do. Once the funeral finish, if the funeral finish early, they are going to pack food and go home. They will leave you with your own money. At the end of the day, you are left with your own money. So try and be going home. Those things you feel like, oh, they are not right, correct them. During Christmas, almost every time have town meetings and all those stuff. The rules that you think they are outdated, they are not good, they don't favor anyone, they are unnecessary. Try to change them. Nobody will beat you. Cultures do evolve as human beings evolve. When they feel like, oh, this is not right, they change it. Cultures are made for human beings. So human beings are the ones that make them, and they keep changing them. So you cannot just get involved, go home. There's nobody extorting you. If somebody is asking you to pay for them to dig a grave, that's obviously because you are nowhere to be found when it's other people's turn. Nobody will ask you to dig a grave of your own father or your own mother. Dig a grave. So if you have to pay, my dear, you should be ashamed of yourself, because you are hardly around for your own relatives. Then trust me, they don't owe you anything. The only thing that they do is they are going to sit there, drink their water, drink their wine, their palm wine, eat their cola nuts, and say sorry to you and walk away. They are only there to pay their brother, that the one that they know that died, or their wife, the one that they know that died, their last respect, and they will disappear. They don't owe you anything. So try as much as possible to be going home. That's the only way you can know all these things, and then you can find the difference between Nollywood fictional Igbo culture and the real Igbo culture. So next time, I guess we might have to be talking about different other things about Igbo culture. Till then, please do subscribe to my YouTube page and stay tuned. And if you have questions about other things in Igbo culture, you can reach out to me and I will talk about it next. Thank you.